I am very aggressive with my trimming. I have the fat right here on the bottom side of brisket. I just take that off first.
All right, so we're taking the
Now notice the angle of my blade. I'm always aware of the angle on all the axes.
Okay.
So deeper there, shallower here, because I don't want to take any of the meat off.
Got it.
Okay. So a nice little pocket here that has a nice amount of meat in there. Usually on this side of the brisket, we have a nice little membrane. So if you don't cut that off when you're done smoking and you want to slice it, it'll fall apart on you. It'll tear, right? So there it is. You see it, right? That membrane.
Right.
I can feel it when it hits that membrane. See how it's touching it?
So you're pulling the meat from the membrane. Okay.
Pulling the meat from the membrane. I don't want to waste any of that meat because it's nice, beautiful meat. Now, on this side, obviously we have fat between the two muscle groups of the brisket.
Between the point and the flat.
Between the point and the flat, right? Just a little mark. Because if I leave that on there, this big, thick piece of fat is not gonna render, right? It's not. And if I season it and after it's being cooked and I remove it, then why bother seasoning? You just took all the seasoning off. My outer edges of the brisket are done. Again, I'm looking for perfect airflow and aerodynamics. I don't want any point that's gonna interfere with the smoking. On the opposite side, I'm gonna just cut that off. Again, same thing with that piece. It's gonna dry out. This corner will dry out. So now when we flip the brisket, there it is, right? So right here, you can tell there's a membrane. You're never gonna be able to render that out. And this, if you leave the membrane on, as you're cooking it, it tightens up.
Right, and then the mohawk stands up.
The mohawk stands up, and that's gonna be all dry, and I don't wanna expose the meat, but I just trim some of the fat, that's it. And I'm always touching, feeling, making sure, I have a consistent amount of fat right there.
So we're looking for the Texas 1/4 inch?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. You want that. And a brisket right there is gonna dip where the two pieces meet, right? Where it dips in. So we have that big little pocket.
Pull that up.
Yeah.
Right.
Now to even the rest of this out, right? I know this is the point.
Right. But it's mohawk, so
yeah, the mohawk. It's gotta go. So this actually makes a great burn end, the mohawk.
Right.
So I'll season it just like a brisket, and I'll smoke it separately at much lower temperature.
Oh, interesting. So you're gonna make burn ends separately on the smoker, not
right exactly on the brisket, because this way I have 100% control over the seasoning, the smoke, texture, all of it. There it is. There's the way I do a trim on a brisket.